is frustrating. Skip, do you realize Eric Reed will be 29 in December? He's 28 years of age. Yeah. He's not 34. He's not 30.
Mostly the whole season at 28.
Yes.
That works.
Yes.
Yep.
So he's frustrated. He's like, look at what I did from a safety position. The tackles, the pass breakups, and the level in which I played at.
He set the Carolina franchise record for most tackles by a defensive back.
Yeah.
And the most sacks by a safety. Go ahead.
So that should warrant me having a job in the NFL. Are you telling me there are 64 safeties that's currently playing right now better than me?
No.
And if you count their backups into account, say there's one per team. So now you're saying there's like, what, 96 safeties that are better than I am right now. No, that's absolutely incorrect. But I would just advise him to be patient. I understand that he's frustrated, and his frustration is properly placed, I believe. The Kaepernick situation, Skip, there's nothing the NFL can do to make it right with Cap. Because they'll never be able to make him whole. Everybody knows, Skip, and for me, I do not believe the commissioner can only do so much, but at the end of the day, the commissioner works at the behest of the owners. And the owner says, no way, no how are we ever going to give Colin Kaepernick another chance. Skip, look, and I'm not saying that Colin Kaepernick is Dr. King, but Dr. King and the people that were close to him, be it the Andy Youngs, the Jesse Jacksons, and the Abernathy's, they were criticized and ostracized just like Dr. King.
Yep.
But it was Dr. King that paid the ultimate price. Colin Kaepernick didn't lose his life, he lost his football life.
Yep.
He didn't lose his literal life, he lost his football livelihood. So they said, we got to make the ultimate example out of you, because the punishment, and that's what they did, don't let them fool you. The punishment, it has to be so severe and so harsh. Not only does it punish you, it deter others that ever want to come out with a stance similar to this. So that's why the punishment has to be like this. Skip, against the advice of the owners, Roger Goodell tried to set up this workout. They had never, ever done this in the history, in the 100-year history of the NFL. The NFL had never intervened and tried to schedule a workout against the owner's demands. The owner said, hell no, we don't want any part of this. And the commissioner said, yes, we're going to do this. I get it. He's at the forefront. And remember, Skip, we talk about this all the time. He's at the forefront, so he takes all the arrows, he takes all the stones, while the owners sit back and cash $300 million checks every year. That's why he makes $40 to $50 million. That's why he has lifetime health care and gets to fly that private jet. So they get to sit back and he gets the criticism. But they're right. It's easy now. Skip, Dr. King said, it's not in moments of convenience, it's moment in trial. 2016, 2017 is when you should have been at the forefront. It's a demonstration now. The toxicity has been taken out of it because the majority of the population said it's okay now. It wasn't okay then. But Skip, they're never going to be able to make Cap whole. It's over for Cap. I believe Eric Reed, I believe there's an 80% chance that he'll get another call. I do. I do.
Man, I hope you're right. All I know is I have two starting safeties for my Dallas Cowboys, neither of whom...
Eric Reed better than both of them.
That's what I'm saying. I would take him in a heartbeat right here, right now. He can play. You can look this up. I loved him coming out of LSU, and he made the Pro Bowl as a rookie for the 49ers. He can play at age 28. He's averaged starting 14 games a year for 7 years. He's a starting safety in this league, and I'm sure he's better than 70% of them.
Yes.
It's a sad story. It's a sad chapter, not just in the history of the NFL, but in the history of our country, what has happened to these two men. But as you always say, protest has a price.
Yes.
And I hope you're right about Eric Reed. I don't know about this. Just remember, both these men sued the NFL for collusion.
Correct.
And they, quote unquote, won because it soon got settled.
Correct.
So they did win in spirit. You know how these owners are.
Of course.
Once you back them up against the wall, they're...
But E. Reed got signed even after that, Skip.
He did, by Ron Rivera.
Right.
You know, who said, no, I'm going to do this. And it benefited Carolina hugely. I know they didn't have great teams, but he was a very good player for them. So now back to Colin Kaepernick. This is just me. You can say silly me if you want. I was so hoping, because he has such a powerful voice. Even on Twitter, he has a powerful, like his tweets just resonate to me. But when I used to be able to hear him speak, it would be enthralling and enlightening, because he has such emotion welled up inside him. And I was just hoping he could become a leader, if not the leader, of this new racial justice movement that I believe has a little bit of a foothold in this country. I'm talking about racial awareness.
Right.
The doors cracked open, and I wanted him to be at the forefront of that. And to do that, he would have to let go a little bit of his bitterness toward the league, all of which is hugely deserved, obviously. And now he's saying, well, the NFL runs propaganda, how they care about black life. Okay, we get that, but, and as you dismiss them, they're just gestures, but they're trying, they're doing the best they can in their circumstance.
Well, Skip, the thing, this is what you and I both know about protests. Protests must be uncomfortable.
Very.
And because now they allow them to do it, it's no longer uncomfortable. It's not turned into a demonstration.
It is.
See, that's what protest. See, people,
I
protest is supposed to be uncomfortable.
Right.
People have gotten comfortable with this, so now it's a demonstration. So the toxicity, the in your face, the uncomfortableness of this has been drained somewhat.
I got it. But it feels like our commissioner, Roger Goodell, has tried to make it up to Colin as much as he can.
Roger Goodell doesn't own a team.
He doesn't own a team, so he can't snap his finger and say, go there and play.
Skip, he's already defied him once.
Yep.
So, Roger took a lot of heat in 2014, and it took the Big Six to come out and back him. It took Jerry Jones, it took Jerry Richardson, it took Bob McNair, Mr. Kraft, it took Daniel Snyder. And they wrote, when those two guys wrote that letter, says Roger Goodell have our backing, everything was okay.
Yep.
And then Jerry tried to circle back on him in 2017, Skip, because he's like, hey, you remember I went to bat for you? You need to stand down. And Roger would do it. But Roger had the other 31. Roger Goodell had the other 31 on to say, you always letting the Cowboys skate. You better not let him skate on this. And then Jerry had to stand down.
Yep.
And then last year, when he organized this, the owners didn't want this, Skip. This was Roger Goodell and Troy Vincent. And so he's like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say what I have to say, but I don't really know how much further I can go. Since I don't own a team, I'm the commissioner of a league. I'm not the owner of, I don't own the Cowboys or the Steelers or the Giants.
No.
I'm the commissioner of those teams that form the league. And so, Skip, that's why they say when they say the league, no, the owners. It ain't no league. Roger Goodell is the commissioner. It's the owners. And I don't really know what else they want Roger can do. Roger can't tell Jerry Jones what to do.
Yep. Short of going back in time and getting Colin a job 3 years ago when he really deserved it. Because now, what are we up to? He's 3 years out?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm losing
17,
track?
18, 19, 24.
4 years out. Well, what are the odds he could step back in right here, right now, and play at a high level? I don't know.
Not that position.
Yeah.
You see Alden Smith, Skip. Alden Smith, because football is just, the defense is just reaction position. Son, go get the quarterback.
Yep.
Son, this is what you rush here. Don't get caught inside. Okay, you can do that. But a quarterback, Skip, to not play in 4 years and come back out there?
I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed.